Hello, everybody out there in the internet. This is Tech and Master for Aimless podcast, and I'm here with the news roundup for the past week or whenever we last recorded. So yeah, leading off, we have Dragon Quest Reborn. As Dragon Quest X has been announced as a online RPG for the Wii and Wii U, but it also has an offline mode and offline functionality. I'm sure there's gonna be like more on that released later. There's also a 3DS version, I believe, of the game, or at least 3DS functionality where you can have Street Pass mode to exchange data. So that's a big, big reveal after the Dragon Quest II has been in development for a very long time. So it's very interesting to see after all this that it comes out as a online role-playing game or MMO, or like at its core an MMO with the offline parts. Who knows like what the offline mode is, or how much it's tied into being online to have that experience. Guess we'll find out later when we get more details. But yeah, coming out in 2012, Wii and Wii U versions. The online mode will have subscription fees apparently, so we don't know what the pricing is. So yeah, I'm sure we'll be hearing about that more as it gets closer to the release date of the game. Next news story is that Resistance 3, its first DLC, has been announced and detailed. We have the what is this? The Survival Pack. It'll be $3.99. October 4th, 2011. 4 new skins of the various survivors in the game for multiplayer mode, I believe, and then you get a static cross-media bar theme, brand new multiplayer mode, Invasion, which requires both teams to divide resources to simultaneously own multiple control points on the map. So yeah, there's that. The game just came out. I haven't played it. Tropical's played it, but I don't. Yeah, we haven't got a chance to hear what he thinks about it yet, so I'm sure we'll hear that whenever we record next. And then wait a minute, there's something else in here about DLC for a game that just came out. Ah yes, Dead Island. So there's going to be a, let's see, DLC for free if you pre-ordered it, and then it's called Bloodbath Arena. There's also a weapon called the Ripper, and then Arena, I guess, is a new mode, but it won't be available until it's released when this DLC comes out sometime later this month. There's also 4 maps that you get with that to, I guess, just survive endless waves of undead zombies. And then if you didn't pre-order it to get it free, you're going to it's going to cost $10. So yeah. Oh, but that doesn't include the Ripper weapon. So if you pre-ordered it, I guess you get a weapon that nobody else gets. So good for you. All right. Next news story, we have Max Payne 3 has a set release date for March 2012. Don't really know what else to say. It's multi-platform, PC, 360, PS3. It's like the new trailer's out. I watched it. I didn't really get excited or anything, so it's like, yeah, I haven't played any of the games in the series, so it's like I saw it, I was like, okay, Max Payne 3, huh? Not much excitement for me. I'm not really, since I haven't played the series, I'm not a fan, so I'm like, okay, whatever. So apparently it takes place in Brazil, and it's like it's protecting, I guess, other police officers from members of the Brazilian mobs or whatever, so yeah. I have no idea if it's like, and then like from like the footage, it was kind of hard to tell like what the gameplay was like. There's like new bullet time effects, but they didn't seem very, oh, that's so awesome. So at least not to me. I just saw it and I was like, okay, slow motion bullets, zoom in on bullets, what have you. So I guess just another action shooter game if that appeals to you. And then we have some new details on the Missing Link DLC for Deus Ex Human Revolution. It'll be coming in October, and it fills in a gap in the campaign that was kind of, well, I guess I'm not really going to talk about it, but in the DLC, you're on a boat and you you're discovering stuff that has to do with the overarching storyline of the campaign. And then you start off without your augmentation, so it plays like the very beginning of the game where you're not augmented. But the very beginning of the game is very brief, so I'm very interested to see how they like incorporate that into like a whole, like how much of that new DLC is going to be augmentation free. Since if you're not playing, well, I don't know, like it's gonna be interesting. Cause like if you don't have augmentations, it plays like any other third-person curve-based shooter. So until you get your augmentations, you can like do stuff with like the Typhoon or just stealth. Or we don't need augmentation to be stealthy. So I'm interested to see if they can just like let you do that and like not even use augmentations. But I'm guessing there'll be a boss fight because in the trailer there's two characters that are all interrogating you, and you're like, no, we're not, but whatever. All right, and then we have Crysis. The console games can't, or consoles this generation can't run games like Crysis 4 years later. Coming to consoles, eat it PC fanboys, even though I am one. So yeah, it's I guess new lighting, new effects, Crytek making a nice polished port of the PC version. I don't think it has any new content. Release date, I'm looking here and I don't see release date, but whatever. It's Crysis, so I don't know. I'm also wondering if it'll be like a $60 like retail when it first comes out, because I don't know. Game's been out and like the sequel is already out, so it's weird how they would like put that, whatever. But yeah, Crysis 1. If you're into first-person shooters, well, it's more than first-person shooters. It's got, like the whole armor system and the different ways you can tackle objectives, and the lethal, non-lethal. You can like trink guys or kill them, and like there's a whole bunch of different ways to take out guards besides just shooting them. And then we have added to the list of HD remakes, or I think there's got to be like a better term than HD remake, because these games, it's like all they're really getting is like improved graphics and then nothing else. As far as like, developer commentary or behind the scenes interviews, it's just, okay, here's a basically port of the game, but better graphics. Or it's not much of a re-release because it's just the same version. So I don't know. But yeah, HD remake of Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3 are very, very probable after them appearing on the ESRB's website for being rated for 360 and PS3. I mean, there hasn't been any confirmation of this. It's just a rumor right now. But as we've seen in the past from the ESRB website, it's a very good measuring stick of what's coming down the pipeline. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on PS and Xbox Live Arcade says hi, and many other titles that were spotted on this list. So yeah, everybody says 2's the one you want to stay away from. So like 1 and 3, check those out. 2, not so much, because it's not very awesome. I haven't played it because of that. Everybody's like, oh, that game's terrible. So yeah, I haven't even played that game because of that. It's on my blacklist. So I mean, we don't know the price yet. If it's like $5, it's like, sure, why not? I don't have the PS2 version, and I doubt I can go into a store and find it. And if I did, why do I want to play like an old janky copy when I can play a new pretty version, even though the game's still terrible? But hey, it's only $5, so yeah. And then the game, or the franchise rather, Syndicate, is being revived by Electronic Arts. It's being developed by Starbreeze, so EA is going to be publishing it. Starbreeze developing. They also worked on the Chronicle of Riddick. I'm sorry, the Chronicles of Riddick game and The Darkness, both of which were very good games. So it's going to be interesting to see what their take is on Syndicate. I think I played the original like a few times or something on the Mac, on my friend's Mac back in the day. It was like it was like very, it wasn't an RTS, but it had like a similar control scheme where it was like you were directing your characters with the mouse and like telling them what to do and stuff. It seemed like very tactical. Essentially, like it was Rainbow Six. If Rainbow Six was not RTS, because it wasn't real time, but it wasn't as much a strategy game as it had just a bunch of elements of like command and control. So yeah, it's very interesting. And then that's been scrapped because this reboot is basically just a first-person shooter. So, but it takes place in 2069 and it looked very cyberpunk, which I'm a very big fan of. So I'm very interested to see what this is like. Maybe we can get another version of Shadowgrounds or whatever that game was called back on the 360 that like was multiplayer only and like have a single player only this time, not just be shoot 'em up multiplayer. Alright, and then we have a greatest hits edition of Red Dead Redemption coming out for 360 and PS3. It'll be priced at $50 with all the DLC that's been released included. All the DLC and pre-order bonuses as well, like the Warhorse and Golden Guns. So $50 all in one. That's my game of the year that actually my game of the year last year, so I totally recommend it. And yeah, if you haven't played it, it's a good deal. Or just wait and buy it on sale, because like all that for like even cheaper would be an awesome deal. And then we have the GoldenEye 007 Reloaded PS3 bundle coming November 1st. This has the GoldenEye Reloaded PS3 game. It's also on 360. I thought it was downloadable. Guess I was wrong. I wasn't paying attention. So there's that. It also comes with the Move controller, navigation controller, PlayStation Eye, and the Sharpshooter peripheral. This is November 1st. Then there will also be in this bundle you get the Hugo Drax character from Moonraker. He'll be playable in split screen and online mode, and you can use his Moonraker laser pistol in that mode, or those modes, I guess. And the last news story we have is the PSP is getting a new bundle on November 17th. There's going to be 2 PSP value packs for the PSP 3000. Basically, the only difference is the color of the PSP. One's red, one's black. Oh yeah, red and black. And they're going to be both bundled with some extra stuff. So the stuff that you get that's extra, if you haven't picked one up, because seriously, I love my PSP. It's awesome. And like $199 is the going price now or something. Or even cheaper, I'm sure, because I haven't even looked into it lately, because, yeah. But yeah, so in the bundle that they're coming out with, you're going to get a cleaning cloth, a pouch, a battery pack, a AC adapter, as well as the 2 GB memory stick, and that'll be, well, I'm not sure if this is just Japan or US, because the pricing on this press release I'm reading says 17,800 yen, which equates to $232. So yeah, not sure if it's like a Japan only thing like that, Wi-Fi only, or no Wi-Fi PSP for Europe, because I'm not sure if this is pronounced or not, but whatever. So yeah, that's the news for the week that's not TGS related. I didn't want to get into all the TGS stuff because we'll be talking about that on the next episode, I'm sure, and go into detail on everything. Well, besides the Monster Hunter thing, that was like ginormous. Not Monster Hunter, but I mean Dragon Quest. That was like, because everybody was like, what? Dragon Quest is online only? So yeah, that's it for the news roundup for Aimless Podcast. Check out the website, check out the podcast, YouTube, Facebook, Formspring, and send us your responses, and we'll get back to you, or just feedback, because we're always wanting to know what our fans think. So yeah, this is Taking for Aimless Podcast and the news roundup, and until next time, whenever I'm on the internet again, I'm now signing off.